Hello, this is Tea and Toast. That's Greg.
Hello.
And I'm Jason. And today we're talking about things that Americans have different names for. Catchy, isn't it?
No?
Every now and again, Greg, we like to talk about the differences between us and our American friends.
We're going to do a quick throwaway game with the viewers, Jason.
Are we?
Yeah.
You haven't mentioned this.
Oh. Not in the script meeting before?
Script meeting.
Basically, Jason, we've got a few more pictures up and things behind, and there's a few more bits gone in the set. So what I thought we'd do is we'd ask the viewers, how many Batman logos can you see throughout this episode? No, there's no prizes, it's just a bit of fun. So while you're watching us, being massively entertained, just see how many Batman logos you can see throughout, and at the end, we won't announce the winner.
Can I carry on?
Carry on, Jason.
So every now and again, Greg, we like to compare ourselves to our friends from across the pond in America.
I'm going there soon.
Well done.
Yeah.
And today...
New York, actually, I'm going to.
Very good. Today is one of those days, Greg. So, for example, if I said to you, Greg, and you'll be very familiar with these at this moment,
right.
What's that?
What? I'll get 1 hour off to come and film this, and you bring them into it. They're nappies, aren't they?
They are, yes. But not in America. In America...
Do they not use them?
They do, but they're called diapers, Greg.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? Nappies, diapers. Tell me why, Jason.
Why what?
Well, why are they called that over there and that over here?
Well, actually, Greg, they used to be called that here.
Did they?
They did indeed.
Why do we call them nappies then, Jason?
Well, Greg, we used to call them diapers. When I say used to, I'm talking like in the 1500s.
Diapers?
Diapers.
You said diapers.
Diapers was the original name for those, and they were originally made of cloth, obviously, not the disposable ones like now. And diaper comes from a French word that means ornamental cloth.
Yeah, they used to. You can't imagine that, can you? I can't imagine it now. Back in the day, because my mum used to do it.
Yeah, I had
2 or 3
cloth nappies.
Hang them up,
wash them, all that stuff in them. So obviously, during the British colonisation of America, a long time ago, we took things like diapers over to America, and then obviously as America developed, they kept the word diaper still in use today, and it changed over here to nappy, which apparently most people believe is short for napkin.
But why would we call them napkins?
I don't know, but it's a derivative of the word napkin. So there you go. They were called diapers here too. So you wouldn't be incorrect to call them a diaper now, Greg. So. I've got enough baby talk, Greg.
Yes, thanks, Jace.
Well, what's that called?
Why are you doing this to me?
What's it called?
I know exactly what it's called, Jason.
What?
It's a dum-dum.
Otherwise known as a dummy in this country.
Just in our house, then. What did you call it?
It was called no-no in our house.
Why do we all have different names for it?
Don't know.
Do you want your dum-dum?
Where's no-no? What do your kids call their dummy? Anyway, if you're American, it's not called a dummy, it's called a pacifier.
A what?
A pacifier.
Where's your pacifier?
Actually makes more sense, doesn't it?
Why?
Because it pacifies the child. Calms them down.
Oh, they're posh people over there, aren't they?
They're clever, the Americans.
Dummy.
Now, in the short space of time that I've been researching this, 3 minutes ago, just now, I couldn't actually find anything on the interweb about why we call them dummies and they call them pacifiers. So I mean you, our American friends. If you know, please let us know in the comments. How lazy is that?
That is ridiculous.
Do you know? Well,
if you can send in basically the videos of your version of this show.
Send us a script for next week. If you know why they're called pacifiers in America and dummies here in England, please let us know.
Pacifier.
Pacifier.
It's a big name, isn't it, for a child to say?
Where's my pacifier? Right, Greg.
Yeah.
What's that?
That is a Mustang. Beautiful car. In fact, I think that's the new version of the Knight Rider, Jason. You know when they did the...
Yeah, I'm not bothered about what car it is.
Oh.
What's that bit there?
Oh, that's the bonnet.
It is the bonnet. Here in the UK, everybody will be familiar with the term bonnet to describe that bit of the car that covers the engine.
Covers the engine.
In America, they say...
Where?
America. They say hood. That's the hood of the car.
Why, Jason?
Well,
why?
Greg,
Why?
you will know, of course, that the term bonnet and hood both refer to head gloves. Whereas bonnet is traditionally a lady's headdress, worn a long time ago in this country, not so much now.
Right.
Hood is a more generic term for headdress. So we adopted the word bonnet, possibly because it covers the engine like a bonnet. Like a bonnet covers your head. And so, in America, the term became hood, which is a bit more generic version of bonnet. So not dissimilar, they mean the same thing. We just use different terms to describe that bit of the car. This is exciting, isn't it? Now we're at the other end, Greg.
The rear?
Of the car. The vehicle.
The what?
The vehicle.
They do say the H, don't they?
Some people do, yeah.
That set's falling apart over there, Jason.
It is, yeah, but don't worry. What's that, Greg?
Looks like the boot of a Vauxhall Astra.
A Ford Astra.
Yeah, it's the new version coming out soon.
It is a boot. The boot.
I think I've had a Ford Astra. The front was a Ford, the back was an Astra.
It is the boot of a car. We call it a boot. That's why we have car boot sales. Car boot. Because you take everything in your car boot and then put it on a table and people buy it.
Now I know what the American version is because my old favourite, not anymore, Michael Knight, used to say Knight Rider, didn't he? Kit, pop the trunk.
It is indeed called a trunk in America. Now, the phrases that we use to describe that part of the car are for the same reasons, really. So the boot comes from the days when we had stagecoaches, and the driver of the stagecoach would have a little boot locker at the back of the stagecoach to keep his muddy boots in when they got to their destination.
Brilliant.
Eventually, that boot locker just became known as the boot.
Boot.
And that has carried on into modern vehicles.
Vehicles.
In America, it's very similar.
Vehicles.
But they tended to have an actual trunk on the back of the coach. So like a trunk with all of their belongings in, with the lid that lifted up. So they adopted the name trunk for the back part of the car.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, things you never wanted to know.
Things you could be watching now on YouTube, and you're watching this.
Not for long. So yeah, there you go. That's a few American things that are different.
There's always one comment in there, so let's get this out there now. Well, that's 15 minutes of my life saved.
How do you know it's going to be 15 minutes long? What is it, Greg?
I'm only doing this for you now, Jason.
Okay.
Because it just clearly makes you happy, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it really does.
Facts for you.
That's right, Greg. This is Facts for You. What's your fact, Greg?
Do you remember when we first started this? The only Wheezing?
Yeah, Wheezing.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Watt. We used to call it Fun Fact Friday, do you remember?
Yeah, because it was on a Friday.
We used to do Monday and Fridays back in the day, didn't we? Now we just do...
one every few weeks.
Did you know, Jason, that in 1783, the first hot air balloon was launched carrying a sheep, duck, and a chicken?
A sheep duck?
A sheep, duck, and a chicken.
Oh, a sheep, a duck, and a chicken.
The flight lasted for 8 minutes before landing safely with its passengers.
Did they enjoy it?
I bet they had a clucking, quacking time with wool on.
Anyway, in Face ID. That's right, Greg, new iPad.
What? What? You've got Face ID now?
Yeah, I'm going to be paying for it for the rest of my life. But
what have you got then? What's that there? You can't just...
It's an iPad Pro 3, isn't it? 12.9 inches.
What phone have you got with it?
Still got my old phone.
What, iPhone 7?
Yeah. Anyway, in 1923, Greg, a horse jockey named Frank Hayes suffered a heart attack and died whilst riding the horse mid-race. However, his horse kept on going and won first place. Hayes had never won a race before, and the odds of a win from him were 20-1.
So basically, he's a totally useless jockey.
Yeah, and without the horse did it on his own whilst carrying the jockey. So well done to that horse, who's not named in this article.
Let's call him
Fred.
Fred.
No, that's the guy on the back's called Frank.
Frank and Fred.
Frank and Fred. Yeah,
I like it.
Brilliant. That was
Facts for you.
Yes, it was. Not on there, is it, Greg?
Nope. It's all for effect. All for effect. Jason. Oh. Jokes for you. There might be a voiceover. No, that.
There won't be.
Jason, did you know... I'm just reading this on your new iPad, so I can just move things. Face. Thanks. Did you know, Jason, the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France?
Really?
They were cooked in Greece. Greece.
Now, in the astonishing Tomitronic 3D game series comes 3D action with stereo sound. Stereophonic Skyfighters. The sound is all around you in a battle of skill and nerve between fighter planes. And so is the enemy. Tomitronic Skyfighters. 3D action with stereo sound. Only from Tomy.
Introducing Torpedo Run, a Floor Wars game from Milton Bradley.
Dive! Dive! Enemy fleet attacking! Oh, man, your battle stations! Fire 1! Fire 2! Our destroyer's been hit! Red alert! Red alert! The flagship's listing astern! We're doomed! Fire all remaining torpedoes! Ah, we got him! Direct hit!
Have a war on your floor. Play Torpedo Run, new from Milton Bradley.
We're bringing it back, Jason.
What are we bringing back now?
Jason, we're bringing back something that's been missing from this show. The fun. Jason, we're bringing back the Wall of Fame.
Oh, the Wall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because now you've put an extra couple of frames up. We could put someone's picture in there. So, if you would like to be...
That's what I said.
That's a great idea of mine. If you would like to be on the Wall of Fame, have your picture in there,
you'll be there.
Please send us an email to...
An email?
tnut@totgu.com. That's tnt@totgu.com. It does not
have to be in capitals. Yeah, let's get them back. Let's get you your 80s gear or your 80s, 70s clothes and playing with your toys, and we're going to end up putting pictures of us up, aren't we?
Yes. That's it for today's episode of Tea and Toast, Greg.
Is it, Jason?
It is, yes.
Oh, right, Jason.
Do you remember last week when I put the email address on your face? It was good, wasn't it?
I didn't get that far. I was watching Good Mythical Morning. They are brilliant, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
How do they do it?
Thank you for watching Tea and Toast.
Thank you for watching Tea and Toast.
I'm Jason. And that is clearly Greg. We'll see you next time on Tea and Toast. Goodbye.
Did you see the Batman logo anywhere?
No.
I don't know where they are. Oh, wait, that's that anyway.